Hey guys and gals, this is your boy JR, aka Lone Wolf Bushcraft. I'm gonna light my tea light candles first before I get started. So I hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. I'm just lighting my tea light candles first before I get started. I love candles. Candles rock. These particular candles are tea light candles. Before I get started, I thought I'd light my tea light candles first. Tonight's live stream is going to be, I'm going to talk about the movie I just watched. I've seen it before, but I rewatched it. The movie is called Silence. It came out in 2016. So once again, the movie is called Silence. Came out in 2016. It's set in the time period 1461. So it's set in feudal Japan in 1461. And it's got some priests that go to Japan looking for another priest. And on some of the other YouTube live groups, I sent a trailer. I sent the movie trailer to some of my YouTube groups I'm a part of. That gives a little bit of basically shows the movie trailer to the movie Silence. It's got Liam Neeson in it. Liam Neeson was like a mentor to two of these other priests, and they end up going looking for him in Japan. And once again, the period is 1461 Japan. So it's a really cool movie. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. So there are my candles there. I think I'm going to pull my candles a little closer to me. There we go. Got the candles going. So yeah, I wanted to do something a little different. Of course, as people come into the chat, I'll already clipped it to my clipboard. So those people that want to come into the live stream can. I put it on my clipboard, and I also pasted it in the comments. So, and before I get to talking about the movie, I'm going to ring my meditation bowl here. Cool. Hey, what's happening, Jerry boy? How's it going? Jerry boy in the house. Michelle, how's it going? Oh, thanks, Michelle. So yeah, tonight's live stream is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk about the movie Silence. I had watched it a long time ago, so when I rewatched it, it was like I was watching it for the first time because I'd really forgot how the story went. And like I said, the period that it's set in is in 1641 Japan, and Dutch traders, Dutch, Spain, and England, and it talked about all these different traders that were going to Japan to trade, and some of these Dutch and Portuguese tried to bring along their Christian faith, and it showed how they dealt with that. Hey Ellie, what's happening? How's it going? So if you haven't seen the movie Silence, it came out in 2016. It's got Liam Neeson in it, and Liam Neeson plays this guy. Hey, thanks. How's it going, my heavenly brother, Ellie? So Liam Neeson plays this priest, right? Oh, and then we got someone that's going to come up here. Here we go. Hey, what's up? Yeah,
What's
let me pick my favorite layout for us. Hold on.
I have a specific. It's kind of weird.
There we go. There's my favorite layout
much
there.
Better. I'm in widescreen.
Hey, have you ever seen the movie Silence?
No, I've seen the title. I don't think I have seen it.
Yeah, I sent the trailer because I knew I was going to talk about it tonight during my live stream. I sent the movie trailer out so people would get would know a little bit of what I'm talking about. The trailer kind of says how the movie is, but it doesn't paint the whole movie. But it's really cool. It's set in the period of 1641 Japan, and the Dutch, Spain, Portugal, and England are making trade routes and starting to trade with Japan, particularly the Dutch. And it's really cool. It's a really cool movie, and I saw it a long, long time ago, right? So I done forgot how the story went, right? And Liam Neeson plays this priest, right? And they end up hiding a letter through this Dutch trader. They end up bringing back a letter that he wrote, right? And in that letter, it explains the hardships he was having while he was trying to teach Christianity in Japan, right? And at the time, they, in the period of 1641, there was no interest in them wanting that to be spread, right? And anyways, they found this letter of this padre, right, of this priest. And he talks about how stressful it is. And then, anyways, it says that he gave up his faith, right? Things had waxed so great, he had disavowed believing anymore, right? And that he, anyways, he basically had disavowed his faith, right? Well, these two other young priests that he was like mentored, they didn't believe the letter, so they go looking for him, right? But at first, the guy that's in charge of sending priests to all these different countries, since he saw this letter, he's like, "Hey, I don't know if I want to send two more priests to Japan, right? Because this one guy didn't fare so well, right? Along with the other believers, right? And so these priests just do not believe this letter. They don't believe this guy gave up his faith. So they ended up, after some coaxing, they convinced the guy that's in charge of that.
he goes ahead and sends them. He said, if this is really what's on your heart, I'll go ahead and send you guys to Japan. And so they go, and uh, the first few people they meet, they're really shocked because, oh no, what's funny, their guide is kind of, uh, they find this guide, right? The majority of this one particular area, there were a lot of Chinese, and then there was this one Japanese guy that was really ripped and kind of looked like he had drank too much, but he was wanting to go back to Japan. And so this Chinese dude tried to have this kind of drunk guy tell these two priests, here's your guide back to Japan, right? And once this drunk dude realized these two priests were going to come back to Japan, he was like, oh yeah, I'll guide you. But the priests weren't sure of this guy because he was drunk at the time he accepted to go back to Japan, right? So the Japanese guy begged him to take him back to Japan. So he did, he went. And so they make this voyage, and as soon as they get on land, this guy ends up scattering, right? Leaves them immediately, right? So right away, the two priests think they're being tricked or been duped, right? They're like, wow, this guy took off right away as soon as he got on land. And then this old man with a torch comes by, and at first they don't know what to think. And finally, the old man points at the two priests and he goes, Padre, Padre. And then all of a sudden they go, oh, cool, this guy must. And then the old man made the sign of the cross to show he was a Christian. And so they went with the old man. And the village was so hungry because they had to keep their faith under wraps because it was outlawed to practice that faith in Japan. And so so they started ministering to this community, right? And so they showed him this house on the hill to hide, these two priests. They said, here, hide. And they even did a special knock. He goes, only if you hear this special knock, then you'll know it's us, right? And he goes, if anyone else comes by, do not answer. And then they showed him a hole in the ground where to go to if anyone comes by, right? Well, they spend several days and minister to this community, right? And then one day they're just tired. They had not been out in the sun at all. They only came out at night, right, just so they wouldn't be seen. And this one priest was kind of trying to get his. He's trying to. There was sunlight coming through this crack in the wall, and he was just trying to get a little bit of sunlight. Finally, he convinces the other priest, man, let's go somewhere high up on this hill and catch some rays, and then we'll come back, right? So they do. They go catch some rays, and all of a sudden they see this hawk come in the air, fly in the air, and that one priest says, "Oh man, this must be a sign from God." And then all of a sudden, this other priest kind of looks across the way, and he realizes two people are watching him, and they're like, "Hey man, somebody's watching us. We got to stay really still." And for some reason, some kind of smoke or cloud goes by that kind of covers their location, and they end up running back to the house. And these two dudes that were watching, they waited till the cover of night to go knock on the priest's door, right? But instead of knocking, they start talking, right, to see if the priest will come out. Well, the priest thinks it's a trick, right? And finally, they start using some Christian terms, and they're begging these priests to come out. And finally, one of the priests come out of the hole, and the other priest follows him. And these people are from a different village. And so right away, the village they've been ministering to, telling them, no, don't go to this other village. One, because we don't know these people in this other village. Hey, what's up, Brett? How's it going? So right away, this other village is afraid. And they know the guy that originally brought them to the first village, they're like, how can, they're just sure that this other guy must have told the other village the two priests are here. So, but I'm not going to give the whole movie away, but all I can say is I'm going to recommend it, and that anyone, look it up. Go look it up on YouTube. It's Silence, and the year that it came out was 2016. It's got Liam Neeson in it. It's called Silence, and it's there's a lot of sad parts in the movie, and then there's some joyous parts. But um, I think my wife must have remembered more of that movie than I did, because she was like, "Oh, that's so sad movie." So, but I'm glad I rewatched it, because it was like rewatching it for the first time. But I love the fact that it's set in 1641 Japan. So I'm kind of have you ever heard about the Baha'i faith, Jerry?
No, I was trying to find that movie on
Oh, okay.
Netflix, but
Yeah, I think it's
it's
spelled.
not on
I think
Netflix.
Oh, I see.
Maybe Prime Video.
Where did I watch it on? I think I watched it on Hulu. Maybe I might have watched it on Hulu. But
we don't get Hulu in Scotland.
Yeah, what I love about
you can if you use a VPN, but
yeah, what I love about the Baha'i faith, they recognize Buddhism and Christianity as legit pathways, spiritual paths, and Baha'is recognize the specialness of Buddha, and of course, they definitely recognize the specialness of Jesus. But to this very day, there are some Japanese that practice, there's some Japanese that practice only Buddhism, but then there's some Japanese that practice a mixture. They practice both religions. They practice Buddhism and Christianity. But it's so wild. It's a cool drama, but there's a lot of sad parts in it. But it made it. Yeah.
It's
I love
it's
watching.
on Prime Video, but you've got to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't paid for it. There's plenty of places you can find it for free. I just need to keep looking.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
It says there 2017. That's what
it came out. Came out in 2016. That's what I thought. I think that's what my YouTube trailer said, that it came out in 2016. But man, just and it's got two really cool young actors in it in the movies. Hey, good morning, Deborah.
161 minutes. It's a fairly longish movie.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. It's definitely worth the look for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm fond of Japanese culture.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson's in it.
Yeah, that's him in the picture.
So I was kind of getting in the spirit of the movie with my tea light candles and my ring and my meditation bowl here. I love that's how I started out my. I love how I started out my live stream with the meditation bowl and my tea light candles.
I seen that. I seen that when I came in. I'm saying, what's going on here? What's going on? I was thinking, what's with the
I picked this up at Spencer's. I've always wanted one, a meditation bowl, and I love the artwork that's on it. It's got some really cool artwork on it.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But I've always wanted to pick one up, and I finally got to pick one up, which is super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most of the older movies are brilliant. The movies they're making right now are just like.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think I may have watched it on Hulu. If I'm not mistaken, see, I got the streams I got is Peacock, Hulu. What's the other one I got? It's I think it's Prime Video. I think it's called Prime Video.
Hi, Michelle Asseron. How are you? Yeah, I could watch it, but I need to switch on a VPN to watch it, and sometimes I just can't be bothered. I have got a VPN,
but yeah, it's a really good. It's a really. I mean, sometimes there's only a few times I've come on my live stream and recommended a movie, but that's a definitely Now there's a new movie out that I'm waiting for it to hit stream, and it hasn't hit stream yet, and it's got Clint Eastwood in it. It's called Cry Macho, and Clint Eastwood plays an older gentleman going down to Mexico, I believe, to rescue a buddy of his son, and yeah, people can check the preview for that one too. But yeah, the movie Silence is so cool. It's really cool movie. And then I love the fact that it's set in the time period of Japan. That's super cool. I dig that a whole lot.
Forgot what I was going to say now.
Other time period movies I like to watch besides ones that are set in Japan. Well, let me think of some other ones. So there's Silence that's got, like I said, got Liam Neeson in it. One of the young actors from, a matter of fact, one of the young actors that's in it was the same one that played, I think, Han Solo's son in one of the Star Wars movies. That actor's in it. But other movies, of course, the most famous Japanese setting one movie is they threw it on major network TV, and that was the movie Shogun. And they showed that over a period of days. I'll never forget when that first came out, because it came out on a regular TV network, and they showed it over a period of days, and it was called Shogun. That was pretty cool. And then of course I liked The Last Samurai, and that had Tom Cruise in that one. The Last Samurai is pretty good. And yeah, there was some good storytelling in The Last Samurai. And then I think there's another one called The 13 Assassins.
Yeah.
Where
about that.
And then there's also the movie Ronin. That's another good movie that's pretty cool. But anyways, I love movies that sometimes show classical Japan, or they show the time period of the samurai. So I love seeing particularly movies that talk about Japan, particularly the samurai era. I'm very fascinated with the samurai era and the different samurai lords, and yeah, I'm definitely fascinated with that kind of history. So that's kind of cool. And if I'm not mistaken, oh, go ahead.
So was it true? Did William Shatner go into off in a rocket into the moon, or is that just fake? Somebody was saying earlier on today that William Shatner went off in a rocket into the moon.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that was true. Is it true? I thought it was just somebody taking the Michael.
Nope.
Wow.
It's true.
Well, why did you want to do that?
And he was blown away. Now on Netflix,
know if that rocket explodes.
No, but check this out. Well, it's still dangerous. On Netflix, there's a group called Inspiration 4, and they wanted to go far higher than where the space station's at, and that was an all civilian flight of 4 people, but that was a different flight. It was called Inspiration 4, and that one's really cool because they went even higher into space than the space station, and I think it had a nurse from St. Jude's Hospital, and like I said, people can go find that on Netflix. But it had a nurse from St. Jude's Hospital. I think it had a middle-aged black lady who almost qualified to be an astronaut, but didn't get a chance to get it. And her dad helped, I believe, one of the Apollo teams get back to Earth. Her dad was working in this remote station, and he actually did the numbers to help one of the Apollos get back to Earth. And it's so neat that the daughter got to be part of that Inspiration 4 team. That was really neat. And then there was a pilot that was part of the Inspiration 4 team. And like I said, they're all four of them are all civilians. And I think they got to raise money for St. Jude's Hospital. They raised a bunch of money before they took off on their flight. And once again, that group was called Inspiration 4, and it's on Netflix. And those were the first civilians to go into space. An all civilian crew went into space.
So
Hey, what's up, Raquel?
why did William Shatner want to go off into, where is he going?
He said there's a certain part of the atmosphere that when you're in space, there's this blue atmosphere, and he talked about that. There's an area you have to hit. You have to make it past this one area that's kind of like the Earth's atmosphere. Once you make it through that area, then you're considered to officially be in space. And they got to break through the atmosphere to officially be in space. And he got really emotional when it landed, because he talked about it before he took that space flight, but he got very emotional once that capsule landed. I was shocked that it landed on the ground. I kind of like the ones that land on the ocean. So that must have been kind of a little bit of a rough landing on the ground. So
it was
but what's amazing, the thing that got him up, that whole thing came and landed on a launch pad in the desert. So that blew me away. I believe it landed.
It just went up and then they came back down to Earth.
Yeah, where the other ones,
so it wasn't going to the
where Inspiration 4 actually spent days in space. Inspiration 4, like I said, they went higher than the space station on Inspiration 4, and they actually spent days in space. Where this other group that went today, that's what happened today. William Shatner went up into space today, but they they broke the atmosphere and they were in space. They just didn't spend days up there. They came back down.
Well, yeah,
but still, that's got to be a hell of a ride.
Was at the wind up,
right? But that's still got to be a hell of a ride, even if you don't spend days in space. Because once you break the Earth's once you break through the Earth's atmosphere and you get into space, there was a time they could unstrap themselves so they could float around and feel the 0 G's. So they got to do that while they were in space. But I would have rather been on the Inspiration 4 because they actually spent days in space. They had more time to enjoy the 0 G's. So, but I think they went through a lot of different test things before they were allowed to get accepted onto the team on Inspiration 4. So, but like I said, what's neat about Inspiration 4, it's an all civilian crew that went up. So that was pretty exciting. They basically were opening up the age of civilian travel in space. So that was kind of cool.
I used to remember watching William Shatner and T.J. Hooker and all the good programs.
or watching him on Star Trek, right? Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
He must be a good age. William Shatner.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure how old he is. He's probably got to be. He's got to be in his 70s, right? I would think. I'm not actually sure how old he is, but yeah, the well, what would you go up in space if you had an opportunity to go up in space?
No chance.
No chance, really?
No way.
I mean, I know it's dangerous to go up in space
I don't
because
like heights.
you are strapping yourself to a serious.
Piece of equipment.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're. It's
I'd just rather keep my feet in the
yeah.
ground.
I don't know, man. I would, I'd have to really discuss it with my family before I go up in space. But I would love. I think my
Just
little family might be surprised. I probably would say yes, but I'd want to get their blessing first. But
well,
I actually would beg them to let me go to space.
I mean,
I'd
a
be
good
like, hey,
movie.
look.
Bruce Willis, Armageddon.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
That's a
Yeah,
good movie. That's a fantastic movie.
that was a cool movie. There's been a lot of cool space movies out there. I even like the Aliens series of movies, and then of course, um, yeah, there's been a lot of really good space movies.
I
Oh, and
mean, I
then
think,
I think they even made movies like Imagining Going to Mars too. They made that too.
yeah, I was trying. Excuse me. Thank you. Apologise. I'm not be feeling
Mm-hmm.
good the last few days. I've had a bad cough.
Oh no.
It's nothing like cold. Well, I better not say the name, but it's not that. It's just I think it's a change in the weather sometimes,
Oh yeah. We're starting to get
and allergies and stuff.
yeah, we're starting to get fall temperatures, but then it went back up to high 70s again and 80s. At first, a couple days ago, I thought, "Yay, fall's here!" And then I forgot Indiana. The weather can change pretty fast, and it went back
But
to.
there is one good thing about getting colder. Most of the flies die. You're not getting flies
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
zooming about and annoying you, and you
Yeah,
know,
when the 2 days that we got the fall temperatures, the like, well, I stepped out there tonight, and since it was cold, or since it was cool, the bugs were like gone because the bugs don't like the
yeah.
cold.
I
So
had to use one of the small vacuums because the small flies are very you can hardly
yeah,
see them, like they were in a pile. And
right,
I'm saying to my mum, I'm saying, what is that over there? What's that pile? It looks like we dead flies. It
yeah,
was like a pile of dead flies. So we vacuumed it up. I bought
yeah.
one of the vacuum things.
Oh, really?
So we
That's cool.
vacuumed them up, and I'm like, wow.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
it's unbelievable how many flies are in your house until you see them. I was like, what is that? It's a lot of dead flies. I thought it was like just bits of black things lying on the floor. It's like dead flies, small
Right.
ones, very small. I'm like, you get that vacuum thing and just hoover them up.
Wow. But yeah,
Yeah,
I can't wait for more fall temperatures to kind of stick around more because then they'll be doing the campfire thing. So that'll be cool.
and the snow.
Oh man. Oh my God. I'll never forget when I did one of my live streams out in the snow, and I had my Texas sweatshirt on, and I was in my cowboy boots and jeans, and I was sliding around my campfire a little bit because there was still ice on the ground. So, but it was still fun. But it was really cold that day. There was snow on the ground.
Yes,
So
Michelle. Was that Michelle Astor on? You did have my dinner earlier. I had some chicken.
I had a pasta salad and a turkey sandwich. So that was pretty good. And I also had Tostito chips and salsa.
And
So I had a pretty good sized dinner.
some packets of crisps as well, Michelle. Some Roysters. Oh, I love their crisps.
I was um, I was talking to Michelle one time, and she was eating a pizza. She had ordered Domino's pizza, and it looked really good.
Oh, yeah.
It looked pretty good. That's one thing I think I could almost eat every day. But I
Pizza.
usually like variety. So I try not to eat something every day. So because I like a little variety in my food. So,
I
but
like a chicken. I like a chicken curry myself as well. I love chicken curry.
the you said chicken curry?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. One time I was at it was a restaurant in Bloomington, Indiana, and they had it. It was like I said, it was they served a lot of food that's from Nepal, and they serve lots of different curry. But now, if I ever go there again, I have two friends of mine. They enjoy curry. I need to stick with just chicken or rice or steak and rice instead of getting curry. But like I said, I got two buddies that love that curry stuff. So, but I also really love Peruvian food. Peruvian food's really good. But that's kind of wild. I
Um,
I think Sean Tuber was. I think he's doing his live stream before I came on live. I think he was doing a live, and then who else was doing? I can't remember who else is doing a live stream as well. But I think Sean's doing a live
yeah,
stream.
Michelle, I'm very full. I'm very full. When I eat food, I'm very, very greedy. That's why I'm packing on the weight.
Oh man, it's easy, isn't it? To oh my god.
well, obviously, because I'm in a wheelchair, so I'll pack on the weight of that.
Well, you have a little more excuse then. Daddy Lone Wolf don't have that excuse. But I walk a lot in my job, so but I find even then um, I still need to do workout stuff when I'm here. But sometimes after a day of work, I just want to hit the shower and then relax, especially if I've worked all day.
I
I
mean,
just
I do try to exercise.
yeah,
Obviously, I move about as much as I can, my
right.
legs and stuff.
So do you have a
Uh,
pair of dumbbells or anything you can do curls with?
no, no. Um,
Oh, have
I
you ever
did
had
get things. I did get things from the National Health Service. It's like
Jerry? Have you ever?
elastic band things, and you stretch your arms with them and stuff, and
Yeah.
all
Oh,
that kind
like
of
the
stuff.
bands, the bands.
Yeah, bands,
Yeah,
yeah,
cool.
bands, and all that.
Michelle wants to know if we've ever had chicken adobo.
What's chicken adobo?
I think that might be a Filipino dish.
All right.
I've heard
No, haven't you?
I
I
heard
would try it.
Filipinos and Filipinos say that's a pretty good dish, chicken adobo. I don't know what all goes into it. Obviously, chicken, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
um,
But anyways, I heard a lot of Filipinos say they talk about various different types, and that particular one, the chicken one, they say it's pretty good.
hello, Brett. How you doing?
Brother
Brett
Brett.
Glassell.
Hey Brett, have you ever made any kind of adobo or chicken adobo? Brett's might have made different kinds of. He sometimes goes in the kitchen and messes around.
I used to like mess around and cook stuff and make chicken. I
Yeah.
used to make a lot of homemade stuff from scratch, like chicken curries. Just
Right.
get the rice and get the ingredients and cut bits of stuff up and make the chicken and sauce myself.
My favorite kind of rice that my wife cooks, it's the jasmine rice. That's my favorite kind of rice. So, but yeah, I think Brett did an awesome breakfast thing. I think it was like it almost looked like some French toast kind of stuff, and then he put some eggs in between it to like turn into a sandwich. It was kind of cool looking, but that was cracking me up. But sometimes it's fun to go in the kitchen and grab some leftovers and just make something. Sometimes that's always fun to do.
I like making omelets. I make like
Oh
with the
man, but
bacon.
my brother used to make some awesome Western omelets and then have salsa. Oh my god, he made a really good omelet. And then Owen, who runs the O Show, he's a chef, so he knows how
Yeah,
to cook. Me and him on one of the live streams I did. Yeah, I think it was last night. I live streamed.
I haven't
I,
actually been on this stream for a while.
yeah, and so my co-hosts were, of course, tonight you're my co-host tonight, but last night my co-host was Sean Tuber, Owen, and also Ellie's from Ellie's Adventure Blogs. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, aye.
So that was pretty awesome.
So, apart from Mars movies, what's your favourite action film?
Breakfast.
No,
Oh, did he freeze up?
is that freeze?
Oh no, Jerry froze up.
I haven't frozen. I'm still here.
Oh, there he is. He's there. Jerry's back.
Sure,
You,
it's
you,
frozen. Sure, it's frozen.
well, you only froze for a few seconds or a few minutes. Yeah,
That's
you only.
internet for you.
Well, heck, when I had those people on panel last night, StreamYard kicked me out, but I was able to come right back in. But it was so funny. The people were like, "Wait a minute, where'd the host go?" So that was pretty funny.
You know, I've been in quite a few streams where the host has been kicked out and I've
Mm-hmm.
had to like speak
Mm-hmm.
and hold the show to it comes back.
Yeah, it was pretty
Quite a
funny.
few times. Ugh.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But I'm kind of used to it now. I mean, when it first happened to me, I kind of panicked. But now that I know StreamYard can do that, um, now
Housekeeping.
I'm just kind of used to it. Oh, it does, right?
Housekeeping.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? That's pretty funny. Housekeeping, I love it. That's pretty funny.
No, what I was saying was before it froze. What? Excuse me. What's your favourite movie? Comedy movie, action movie.
Oh man.
There's that many movies. It's hard to say.
You know, I like a lot of sometimes what me and my daughter will do, we'll pick a genre, right? And we'll do like a marathon. Like one time we did a marathon of all the Star Wars movies, and then we did another marathon of all the Lord of the Ring movies. What's my other kind of favorite? One time I did a marathon of the Dirty Harry movies because I had them on CD.
Oh, Dirty Harry.
And in case you young kids don't know what that is, it's a CD, and you put it in kind of like a CD player. And
You don't
it's
get
got
them
movies.
anymore
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
just don't
yeah.
use them.
Well,
Because everything's on the
it's outdated
internet.
technology. Yeah, yeah,
It's outdated.
yeah.
CD players don't exist with VHS
Right.
recorders.
Well, I got this one CD player. You can put 4 different movies in it, so you don't have to get up to change the DVD. You can just switch it to the next tray. But yeah, I got all these DVDs, and I'm so glad I did because they still make people rent the Lord of the Ring movies, but I don't have to worry because I can just throw it in my DVD player and play them. And
Well,
same thing with the Star Wars movie. They're making people
I
still.
don't need you worry about DVD players and VHS. I've got a mobile phone and a Chromecast and a
Right.
TV, and I can just stream stuff straight onto the
Oh yeah.
TV.
Oh, I got a bunch of the cool thing is I got a bunch of streaming services, right? But there's some movie genres where they still try to, if they don't throw it on stream, they'll try to make you rent it. So I am glad I still have
Aye,
some old
aye.
movies on DVD that, you know. But I will say this: the majority of them by streaming services, there's quite a lot of movies I can watch, and there's also a lot of original programming. Like Netflix does original programming, so does Hulu, and
Is that there's
yeah,
actually that Pluto TV. Pluto TV. You heard the Pluto TV.
Plato
That's
TV.
free.
Oh,
Pluto.
cool! That's cool.
Pluto TV. It's free. You can get it on Google Play
Oh, that's cool.
Store. You can stream it to your TV.
Yeah,
That's got
yeah.
a
There's
lot of channels.
yeah, I don't mind paying for Netflix and Hulu because they're pretty good streaming services.
What
And
I
same
pay for
thing with Peacock.
Netflix.
But I love
pay for-
Peacock because it showed the series Yellowstone, and that's got Kevin Costner in it. So I got to catch up on all the seasons of Yellowstone. For a
Well, I
while,
have Disney.
for a while there, they were only showing it on Paramount streaming. But
I
it
have
finally went over to Peacock, and then I was able to catch up on all the Yellowstone.
I have Disney. I have Disney Plus, Netflix, Prime
Oh.
Video.
Oh, I finally got Disney Plus, so I finally got to watch the movie Black Widow. That was kind of a cool movie too.
And they have a thing on it called Stars, and you get a lot of stuff on that as well.
Yeah, Stars. Sometimes we'll even throw out the a lot of new movies will hit in the Stars. Yeah, and then what have I been watching my football? Well, there's this one, especially if you're into watching football. I think it's called Sports Surge or something like that in the title, where you can you can stream NFL games for free. I think it's called sportsurge.net, I believe. I'm not for sure. I can't remember. I don't know if I'm remembering that right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do your homework, you can almost find all kinds of things to stream, you know.
I mean, I've actually got a web browser here on my mobile phone, and you can stream anything from the web onto your TV.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool
from
too.
All different sites.
I love on my big smart TV. I even put my YouTube app on there, so I can. Oh my God, it's wild watching some of my favorite YouTubers, and I can throw them up on the big screen. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's good. I think I actually had you up on the big screen before. I think it was one of your videos I was watching.
Oh,
where
cool.
You were around the fire or something, and
Yep.
was in the big screen. So you're on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah. One time when I did one of my, I think I was camping in Brown County. What's so funny about those Brown County videos, I had to chop them up into smaller videos because sometimes people don't want to sit there and watch hours and hours. So I'll chop them into like, I think the most people really want to sit for sometimes is maybe 10 minutes at the longest. Sometimes I prefer to watch a 3-minute video. But then there's some cases I don't care. I just let it roll. And you know, people could watch it a little bit. Now I have done that. If I'm really interested in a video, even if it's really long, I'll watch it for a little bit and then go do something and then come right back and watch the rest of it. So if it's really well done, I won't care how long it is. So I've done that with videos on YouTube, which is cool.
It's amazing what you can do in mobiles, what you can stream. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Without the aid of VHS recorders and DVD recorders,
Yeah.
you can get almost anything on your mobile.
Yeah, well, on that little mobile, it shows that icon that kind of points. It looks like it's pointing at a TV. And you just see, you just hit that and it throws it up on there. Yeah.
It's
That's pretty
amazing,
cool.
isn't it? Who'd have thought technology would have been this smart?
Oh my
Now, will
God.
robots take over the world? I
Well,
don't know.
the smartphone basically you're basically carrying a small. I'm going to call it an entertainment center because I have I think I have the iPhone 10 Plus, and so it's like carrying a small personal computer around. It's really cool. I mean, it's amazing when you think about. I mean, I couldn't dream of because I got all my music on my phone. I even got movies on my phone. And so basically, it's carrying around an entertainment thing. My phone is so.
I mean, that's what I mean. You don't need DVDs, music discs. You don't need that now
Oh
because
yeah,
it's all
yeah.
on
Hmm.
memory and your music service you pay for.
Oh yeah. Well, once I joined a bunch of streaming services, then I didn't miss. Yeah, I had. Oh, God, I can't remember when the last time I did buy something on DVD. But yeah, you don't need to with all these streaming services now.
Well,
But
I
the only
did
thing
that.
I will physically buy still, because I do know people pay for music stream service. I don't. Some people in my family do. They pay for music stream service. I do for my car. Like I have XM radio in my car, and I do listen to the comedy part a lot, and I do listen to the music part on my XM radio. But I still love buying music and putting it on my phone because I like having stuff permanently downloaded to my phone. So even if I'm let's say I'm in an area that doesn't have Wi-Fi, I could still watch my movies because they're all downloaded to my phone. So yeah, even if I'm in an area that has no Wi-Fi, I can still enjoy my music. So that's cool.
That you're right because Prime Video and I think Netflix you can download them and
Oh
you don't
yeah,
have to be connected to the internet to
yeah,
watch it.
that's pretty cool. In case you wanted to watch it later, yeah, you can just download it.
It's pretty
But
good.
I think yeah, some people don't want to take up all the space. But what you could do it is do it just one movie at a time and then take it off there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think Netflix it goes into a library on their
Yeah,
system,
I
but
think
I think it still takes up space in your phone.
yeah. When I used to go traveling to Peru, I didn't have to worry about because every once in a while we would get some downtime while we're vacationing in Peru. And if you have movies already downloaded to your phone, you could just watch a movie if things are slow. It's really cool. But
It kind of makes me feel old. VHS, I remember VHS
oh my
recorders
God, I
and
bought
Betamax. Oh
a
my.
long time ago. I even remember having a stereo system that played 8 track.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate
so
track.
that's a long time ago. And oh my God, I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but there was this huge movie disc where people would kind of push it in the. They would push it in a slot like you would a. It almost looked like a vinyl record, but it was
Aye,
on a.
it looked
But it
like
was
an
on.
LP a record.
Yeah, it was a
With a big
laser.
silver
Yeah,
thing, laser disc.
yeah, it was a
What were they
laser
called
movie
again?
disc. Yeah,
Blu-ray, wasn't it
but
Blu-ray,
but
was
it
it?
but I don't know. But it was about the size
No,
of a
I think it's
record.
something else.
But it actually had a movie on it.
Yeah, because it came out a while, well,
Hmm.
obviously a long time back, but I think
Yeah,
it didn't work
yeah,
and it disappeared.
yeah. A buddy of
Well,
mine.
I can't
Yeah,
remember what they were called,
yeah.
but I know what you're talking.
A buddy of mine's family had that. They had a bunch of those, and it's laughable today because it's wild. Some of the early technology that came out. Well, look at how people played their VHS cassettes and also their, all the music you bought on tape, and then the CDs was the new latest craze. It's funny how technology kept changing, but now I like the technology I got today because it's a lot of it's digital, which is super cool. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Plus, like when you're lying in your bed at night and you don't have to get up and change CDs, you
Oh
can
yeah,
just
go to your phone.
Now
yeah.
you can just mess around with the phone and just change the movie without
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
having to worry. And then when you're finished, just disconnect it from the TV.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
amazing. So easy now to watch stuff, honestly. Especially if you're in bed ill or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to be getting up and down changing discs and stuff.
That's why I think it's funny whenever I go camping. Um, but even during some of my camping, I like to put on some music sometimes and listen to music while I'm camping. So, but sometimes I also get into listen, especially at nighttime. Sometimes I'll cut my music off and watch the campfire and listen to all the sounds and the that's happening in the woods. So that's pretty cool too. That's
Well, there's
that's pretty.
ASMR where you could listen to that with these are wireless headphones, no
Mm-hmm.
connection, and you can lie back and listen to the sound of the rain falling and stuff,
Oh, there you go.
thunder, and you just
Mm-hmm.
fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh man,
these headphones I've got were
I was
£36,
I was
and it's
watching
8 hours playback time, so
right.
that's like they last about 3.5 days without switching them off.
I was watching this YouTube channel called Lone Wolf 902, and he was camping in the rain, and it was relaxing listening. It showed him packing in his gear, and then it showed him setting up his tent, and you could hear the rain falling, and he was capturing some really cool camera angles with the rain coming off his tent, and you could hear it raining in the woods, and it was really relaxing. It was cool, and he was setting up his sleeping bag in his tent, and it was relaxing, and it was super super green because he's in the woods. And I think his tent was green. I think his sleeping bag might have been like orange or something. But everyone kept commenting in his video that they loved hearing the sound of the rain while he was setting up his tent. So,
Yeah, I do that myself sometimes when I'm like, I just like on YouTube, I'll be watching something, and because my headphones are wireless, I've not got
mhm.
any wire to worry about. I sometimes fall asleep when I'm watching some like a game playthrough or something, and you end up falling asleep.
What's up, Adrian? My one and only YouTube stepson. We got a running joke that Adrian's my one
Yeah.
and only YouTube stepson. What's happening? He says, "Hi, Daddy," and I'll just dropping by at work. Yeah, when I'm live streaming, sometimes he's at work, and vice versa. Sometimes when I drop in on his live, I'm usually at work, and he's live streaming. That's pretty cool. Don't work too hard, Adrian.
Yeah.
Or I like working. I like working harder. What's that say? Oh no, work smarter, not harder, right? That's a.
Housekeeping.
I like that you say housekeeping. That's pretty funny. Housekeeping. But uh, oh yeah, and then as far as marathon movies, sometimes I love to even marathon the James Bond's movies. It's neat to see how they did James Bond over the years. So that's kind of cool. And I think
There's
there's a new
is there not a
James.
new James Bond movie? I
Yeah,
was just
there.
about to say that.
Yeah. Plus, there's a new James Bond movie out, so that's cool.
Pulp Fiction, I like that.
Oh
Pulp
man,
Fiction,
I
what
got
a
that.
movie.
Actually got that movie downloaded on this phone. Pulp Fiction. That's a cool movie.
It's a great movie, that.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, absolutely
It's one of
fantastic.
those movies you can't fall asleep during any part of it, or else you'll get lost because they kind of jump around in the story. But it's a
I
really
know
cool movie.
it's like kind of short segments in the movie, and it goes
Mm-hmm.
back, and
Mm-hmm.
you're saying, "Where was it? Oh no, that's not what I was
I
watching."
really think Pulp Fiction put John Travolta and Samuel Jackson on the map
Samuel
as far as jump starting their careers. Pulp Fiction did that. That was pretty cool. And,
Samuel L. Jackson is a
yeah.
great actor. Also did the
Oh
voice
yeah,
of the cop in GTA San Andreas.
yeah. He's really cool. He's
Because a lot of these actors do voiceovers in games.
oh yeah. Oh well, you know what's amazing about those games, man? It's almost like you're dropping yourself into a movie, and they even have movie-like quality to these games. I mean, games have even come a long way.
Oh,
You
do you know
know?
what game I'm playing? I'm playing the new one that's just come out about 5 days ago. Far Cry 6.
Oh,
An
cool.
amazing game. That is an amazing game.
What all does that game have in it?
It's like fight Cuba. It's set in somewhere like Cuba. It's a massive game, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like this bad guy that's spreading poison, saying it's a cure for cancer, but it's killing people,
Right.
and you're basically doing these kind of missions to wipe out these people, and
Oh,
it's a brilliant game.
cool.
Honestly, Far Cry 6, a bit
So
expensive to buy just now, right enough.
so it
Fifty
probably
nine
has
pound.
sounds like it has an intricate storyline to it too,
It's
which is
very
cool.
big. So a very big map. It's I don't know if you've ever played any of the Far Cry games.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it's got a cool background story, the Far Cry games. I've played the San Andreas games and the Rockstar games and but yeah, I'll have to check out the man, I haven't bought a console in a long time. I think I stopped at PlayStation I think I stopped at PlayStation 3 when I stopped buying consoles.
PlayStation 4. I
Yeah.
haven't got a PlayStation 5.
Is that what you have now? PlayStation
4. No, I
4?
haven't got a PlayStation 5. I'm not going to buy that just
I
now.
find whenever it or how it used to go. My God, I even got a Sega Genesis CD game player, and I have a PlayStation and a PlayStation. Wait, is it a 3? I either got PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. I think it's PlayStation 3. But what I found whenever I bought a new game console, I found myself constantly buying games for it. So now all these consoles I got a stack of games.
Yeah,
It's yeah, you know, for a while there, I mean, I was doing a lot of that, just throwing, I'd work and then I come home and play, yeah. But like I said, the only bad thing about buying that stuff is it makes you just want to buy. Well, it's like any new toy; you want to buy more toys to make it work. So, but it's just wild. But
I've also got an Xbox 360.
oh,
Um,
cool!
and it's Max Payne 3. Oh, that's a brilliant
Man.
game.
And the graphics are off the charts anymore on these consoles and games. Like I said, you
Oh,
literally feel like you're being dropped into a movie. I mean, the graphics are nuts as far as games. And like I said, like movie like quality. I mean, that's why the games are so expensive. Because a lot of work's gone into these games, and to make the
well,
graphics look really awesome.
I was going to mention Cyberpunk 2077, but I
Hmm.
don't think that's worth talking about. That turned out to be a big flop.
Oh, right on. Well, a lot of these awesome games, they especially if they really take off, then when the next genre comes out, they're really judged pretty harshly because they just are. They're judged super harshly, and
Oh,
one because they're
wasn't
trying to get they're trying to get better and better with the graphics. I mean, it's nuts how, and it's big business, man. It's gaming's really big business. It's just
It wasn't so much that it was like bad. It took 7 years to make Cyberpunk 2077,
wow.
and it had so many glitches. It was bad, and it
Hmm.
was supposed to be Game of the Year. This has got to be Game of the Year.
Hmm.
Turned out to be Flop of the Year. Oh,
Oh,
I actually bought it,
and
um,
and
and people
man,
were disappointed.
and
And they were refunding people, saying if you want
hmm.
the money back, you can have it. They actually took it off PlayStation Store,
Oh,
but it's
cool.
back on there now. But it still doesn't work.
Right.
Very floppy, jammy, sticky.
Yeah, and people pay good money to. They should really make sure the glitches are all out of there.
I mean, you're always going to get glitches in a game, but
Yeah.
not to the extent that that was.
Right.
That was really bad.
Well, gamers, I don't know. And then you got those people that they make their living reviewing games, and so you really got to be on point if you're a game creator. I mean, people are going to come and really, you know, grill over it. So,
It's
but
very hard.
every once in a while, someone creates one that really hits one out of the park, though.
It's very hard
So,
to play games as a YouTuber because obviously the copyright music now it's hard. You've got to cut out the music. It's just I
it,
don't think it's worth it.
I noticed the big channels, the real big YouTube channels, they seem to get all kinds of permission to where they don't even have to worry about copyrights. It like if you're a big enough YouTuber, sometimes the artist is going to give you permission to use their stuff. You know?
Well, if the
Yeah.
artist gives you permission, then you're okay. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think YouTubers that going to bring out something where you can actually play
Yep.
copyright music, but you need to pay money to
Right.
use the music. So I
Right.
heard. I don't know if it's true,
Right. Well,
but
what's neat is a guy who created Alpha Gaming. I think that's the name of his channel. He he's got a whole library of music. He hired a bunch of artists to make a bunch of copyright free music, and then he tries to send a lot of streamers to his thing so that people can constantly play his music in their streams. And how he makes his money is his music's getting played throughout. I mean, he doesn't charge the people that are using his music, but he gets credit for it being played for hours and hours on these streams, and that's how he gets paid. So
all right.
yeah, and what's so neat, the YouTubers get all this copyright, you know, music at their fingertips. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I'm always trying to look for non-copyright music.
I just haven't learned how to throw it on my stream. My streams will sound cooler once I learn how to do that. They'll be super cool.
Yeah. Well, mainly when I'm shouting people out, I put the music in the but no, actually, I'm lying. That's YouTube music.
Right.
The YouTube music libraries. It's not a variety of music. It's very little.
I haven't really checked it out. I should check it out. But like I said, I need to maybe watch a little more of the Alpha Gaming channel to because they're always doing the big hint to streamers that they can jump in that library and use it. So,
I mean,
which is
it's
cool.
okay. I mean, I put like non-copyright 3 hour dance music in my channel. But I'm safe with that because it's non-copyright.
Right.
Um,
Oh, some of the music I
because
put on my videos is used from my Prism app. It's got a library of music that's safe to use on YouTube. So when people hear some of the music on my videos, it's because of the. I hope I'm saying the name right. I think it's called Prism. I can't remember if I'm saying the name right. But anyways, it's a specific editing app that I use called Prism, and I can do videos from that, which is cool.
prison live.
So Oh
for
yeah,
streaming
yeah,
on your
yeah,
mobile
yeah,
phone.
yeah. It's Prism Live. Yeah, except I don't mess with the live part, but I do edit videos through it, and I throw some of
Oh,
the Prism music on there, so that's pretty cool.
that's pretty good. Well,
Yeah.
what's the music library like on there? Have they got a lot?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a super big library, but they got some really cool. And what I like is you can play with how much of it you want to put in your video. You can either cover your whole video with it, or you can just do it in snippets. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I just learned how to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, some of the live streams I go to, they're either doing a game or they're doing like a karaoke, or sometimes they're doing kind of like what we're doing, just a talk format. So it's interesting to see what each of the different live streams do. Now, some of
Right.
the live streams, they kind of well, not kind of. It's obviously they're kind of a growing channel. Like their whole focus is growing other YouTubers their channels. So those seem to be pretty popular YouTube channels because a lot of creators show up on their live stream, which is cool. What's up, giggly girl? How's it going?
Hello, giggly girl.
But so yeah, I mean a lot of the daily live streams I follow, they are helping the smaller channels grow, which is cool. And occasionally a big channel will come in there, especially if it's an artist that sings. They'll come in there and sing on the live stream for a little bit, and so that's kind of cool to see them do that. So, but but see, I work during the day, so I can't always be live streaming daily. And there's a lot of them that live stream daily, but they also grow their channels pretty fast
Yeah,
because
there's a
they're all,
lot of them that stream for like 10 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. Oh,
oh,
I
thanks,
couldn't do that. I honestly couldn't do that.
thanks, giggly girl.
Kill me.
She says, "I'm listening here. Such an interesting topic." Yeah, but I like that I'm a really different genre than the other channels because it gives someone else to look at something else besides the other live streams they go to, which is cool. But oh my God, some of the topics they come up with are pretty wild. Like I noticed with some of the Filipina live streams, um, oh my God, like some of them really talk about relationships. Like that's kind of their thing. And then
Oh,
some of
aye.
them live in the Philippines and talk about relationships. So that's interesting. Uh, and then some of them, they're just vlogging. They're like JB Vlogs. Um, Sometimes she'll just talk about what's happening in her area, but she's also an avid runner. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So,
but I think it's very difficult to play games in YouTube with the music stuff and the
yeah.
copyright stuff. Yeah,
Well, some of these YouTube channels will show you how you can, on some of these different streams, you can play a video in your background that has non-copyrighted music. So, but you just don't show it, like you kind of black it out so it's playing behind your stream. And so some people do that. They're running another video. They're not putting it on the layout, but you can still hear the music from that video, which is kind of cool. Like
yeah,
I
I'm
guess if
stuck.
I wanted, I could have like a crackling fire sound in the background while I'm doing my live streams. But but yeah, there's all kinds of tricks that you can learn from the other YouTube channels, which is cool. Which is super cool. Ellie Adventure Vlogs is actually going to like a YouTube class where they're going to teach him more about editing and stuff. So
All right.
that's super cool. I just think there's so many videos out there where you don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, there's tons of YouTube videos out there on different things you can add to make your streams fun, and also to make your YouTube make your YouTube videos pop. There's tons and tons of, and my favorite ones to watch sometimes are the ones that talk about the different gears you can buy to improve your videos, which is cool. I want to ask you guys some nice content. Let me say foreigners will be interested by the way I'm here in my province, the Philippines. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Some nice content. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Do you want to come up, Giggly Girl? Here, I'll paste it in case you want to come up and join the conversation, which is cool. Or add to the conversation, which is awesome. Ooh, I got to make sure I paste it again. Hold on. Sometimes if I haven't pasted it in a while, I have to redo it again. So let me go and copy it again. So I mean, it's pasted on my clipboard, but I have to recopy it again. I love putting it in the chat, so in case someone wants to come up.
No, I don't like. I take it that means you don't want to come up. Why be shy? Don't be shy. There's no need to be shy.
Yeah, I mean, you can come up for just a few seconds.
You don't have
That's
to
cool.
actually put your camera. You can just have a logo.
Yeah, you can put your yeah. Here, I'll show you.
You know, just do this. You know,
yeah,
just
you can
go
go
like
like yeah.
you
You
know,
could
you don't
see
have to show
see how
yourself.
we are, Giggly Girl. We got just our profile showing. You can do that. So yeah, you always anytime you come up on panel, you don't always have to. Hey, what's up, Grim? How's it going? Giggly Girl said, "Okay, I'll try." So yeah, if you come up on panel, anytime you come up panel, you don't always have to. Now, before you come up on panel, they at least like. Sometimes the host will ask to at least see you wave at them before they bring you up on panel.
It's just in case you're a robot.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So, Giggly Girl, let's see you wave. Yeah, okay, there you go. Let me add you. Oh. How's it going?
Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
Doing good.
You're pretty.
I'm here
so
with my friend.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, friend?
That's my daughter.
Hey,
she wanna see how it look like a foreigner.
Oh, cool. I got
By
my,
the way, about my
I got my tea,
about my
I got my tea light candles going here.
Wow, that's nice.
Got my little meditation bowl.
Housekeeping.
Ano sila? Hindi si Papa.
Housekeeping.
Hi.
So what time is it in the Philippines there?
Again?
What time is it in the Philippines there?
Here is 10:35 in the morning.
And here it is. It's 10:35. It's 10:36, and it's PM here.
It's afternoon there.
Yeah, so it's evening time here, but it's morning there where you're at. So that's cool.
Means to say 12 hours different?
Yep. Except it's morning, right, where you're at? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and here
actually
it's
about my comments, because actually I don't know the culture of foreigners, so I want to know. I mean, I want to ask some is this comment or advice like that? I don't know. If what is the good content that the foreigners will be interesting in your video, because actually I'm here only on my province, and I can't go anywhere in some place because of this situation. And because I see some women that they use their body to get some viewers. I mean, they gonna wear some sexy dress
Oh, aye, aye.
to receive some,
Yeah.
to get some
I
attention.
Yeah, I try not to judge channels that do that uh, because that's a individual thing. But
Yeah,
if you got
it's up
really
to them.
good, I think if you have really good content, or if you're making really good content, you don't have to do that kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I mean, but like I said, I don't judge the content to do that. The only thing is, if you go that route, though, you're almost kind of stuck in that rut. You know what I mean? If you go
Yeah.
down that road, then so I guess before anyone goes down that road, they have to really make sure they're really into making that kind of content. You know,
Mm.
because you don't want to. Uh, there's just so many things you can do with your channel instead of going down that route. I mean, that's the easiest route to go down. But long term, I would like to interview these channels to see how they like. Do they really like doing that long term? You know.
Mm.
But
Uh, in short, it's look like you do what you want to do, like that. He.
right, right. I just I don't know how long you can hold an audience. I mean,
Mm.
and what kind of audience do you really want to have? And is that audience always going to be loyal? And that's why, I mean, that's what it's in the name, right? It's called YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you're basically making content you really, really want to make. So, but what's neat, there seems to be an audience for everything out there. That's what's so cool. So, I would tell people to try and make the content they really, really want to make, and then the audience will follow them. So, yeah, whatever
Mm.
content you really enjoy. Like in my case, it's bushcrafting, camping, travel videos. I like doing food vlogs, and I enjoy it. And now I got subscribers, and they seem to enjoy my food vlogs and my vacation vlogs, and they also seem to enjoy when I do bushcrafting stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
Did
You
you see
know.
the shout out I gave you, Bush Lone Wolf? Did you see the shout out I gave you a
All
little
right.
back with the fire? Did
Oh,
a shout
cool.
out
Shout
video for
out.
you.
Cool.
Um, you should go
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah, I
I
Commission.
don't know
remember
how
seeing
far
that.
back.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was trying to find
So,
a little bushcraft scenario where you're
oh,
talking
there
about
you
your
go.
name and
That's cool. So, Giggly Girl, what kind of content do you like making?
giggly.
Actually, my content now is I'm showing what's around me, what I'm doing, where I'm going, like that.
Yeah, so that's
It's
like
like,
vlogging. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And those are
So,
popular because people get to see what it's like around in your area, and people like to
mm,
watch that. They enjoy.
yeah, that's on my mind also that maybe some foreigner they wanna see what's Philippines look like, the province, what they doing, what's their habit, what's their
Right,
culture.
right. And you know what's funny? I realize I've never been to the Philippines, but there seems to be two types of foreigners. There's the foreigners that go to the Philippines and they want to live near a bunch of other foreigners, but then there's another set of foreigners that wants to hardly see any foreigners. They want to really live where there's almost no foreigners, and those seem to
Yeah.
be the two different types. So.
Oh,
But here's the neat thing about the ones that want to live where there's hardly any foreigners. They know where the places are if they really want to see or be around foreigners. They know the places where they can go to do that. But then
mm,
in their main home base, when they want to get away from all the foreigners, they can go back to their main home base. So that's kind of cool.
yeah.
So
Okay. Thank you for the our topic.
yeah, and
So nice.
I think you're onto something there by vlogging daily and showing people what you see daily. I think you're gonna see there's an audience for that.
Yeah.
So keep doing what
Thank you
you're
so
doing.
much for
Yeah,
advice.
yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I think people are interested in that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so.
Yeah, they
Thank
will be.
you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna go down.
Okay, take care.
Bye bye.
Peace. Later. Take
Bye bye.
care. Oh, take care. You're so cute. Take care. That was cool. I
That was
really think
cool.
I do think there is an audience for that. I do. I really
Yeah.
do.
Maybe
Because
that's what I should start doing.
because
Just
she wanted to show what's going on in her area, and you know, and to me that's vlogging, and people are definitely interested in that for sure. People are.
just don't leak your address.
Well, I told her the only, I don't judge the ones that do go down that path. It's just that, is that something you really want to, and, if that's your passion, then yeah, you can do that. But I get a feeling sometimes when some of them do that, they're only dipping their toes into it. That's not really their passion. And so therefore they won't do it for a long time, or they may give up on doing that. So like in her case, she seems to enjoy vlogging. She seems to like showing on video, her area, what they do, why she likes that particular. To me, she sounds to me like she enjoys that kind of vlogging, which to me
But
she'll do it more. She'll make more videos.
the thing is, I must say, people need to be careful if you're vlogging. Don't
Hmm.
film your door number
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
and stuff like that. Just
Right.
keep away from
That's
that.
hopefully she's still listening. Yeah, don't show exactly where you live. It's totally exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Jerry. That's yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
No,
you never know who's. Well,
the reason I know that,
you don't want strangers just showing up to your place.
no, the reason I know that, I watch a lot of American streamers is
Mm-hmm.
that just like they go out and they harass
Mm-hmm.
people, Ice Poseidon, all these different.
Right.
Well, he doesn't do much now.
Right.
Stop Speeding. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Captain Content.
Right.
They end up filming their place and they get into restaurants.
Right.
People end up phoning the restaurant and getting them chipped out.
Right. Right.
And I'm saying, well, why did you leak the address?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't hide the camera before you like
Mm-hmm.
put it against yourself when you get in and don't show them where you are.
Right. Right.
And then they're getting constant phone calls saying this guy's whatever,
Right.
and
Right.
getting them chucked out. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
And it's not that. I mean, you get in to
Oh
get
yeah,
something
she
to
says she's
eat.
still listening. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't show people exactly where you live. So, and that's more for a safety reason. Yeah. Yeah. And that's actually a good point, Jerry, or Gary. Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, that's a good point. That's a good point
People
to make.
do call me Gary. And
Yeah.
they're saying that Gary's only got one
Yeah,
arm.
Jerry. But that's even a good point for even us, to not show exactly our. Yeah. That's
Because,
probably
I mean,
good. That's good for all. I would say if you're any kind of YouTuber, it's always good to not show your address exactly where you're at. So yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I was actually watching one of these American streamers. They went and they were just filming the outside of the building in America, LA, I think it was, New York, can't remember. They went into the restaurant, settled in, ordered something. Next minute, the phones was ringing, and people were saying that guy sitting there's a whatever, you get what I'm not going to say what they were saying, but and then they came over saying, I'm getting phone calls, you need to go. Because obviously that business relies on phone calls. And what's happened here? So if they keep getting people constantly phone calling the place, that's taking up the phone line and it's not good for the business. And stuff like that. I'll be back shortly. I think it's just hit the wrong button.
It kicked me. It kicked me out a few seconds.
Yeah. So
He's
yeah, and
back.
the business keeps getting phone calls, people saying stuff about the streamer, and it kind of ruins their business because they need their phone calls for people ordering food and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So if they're picking up the
that's why.
phone constantly and they're talking about a streamer sitting in the restaurant, they could lose business because
Oh
the
yeah,
phone lines are getting like
most
hogged,
definitely.
you know. But yeah,
And,
definitely don't show your address.
oh yeah. Well, like I said, it's good for all the YouTubers to do that. Well, there's this one guy. I want to say he's called Hickok 45. He shows off all kinds of guns on his channel,
Oh,
and uh, you, I'm sure people probably could. He doesn't show his address, but I'm sure people that are familiar with Tennessee, because I think that's where he's from, I'm sure they can recognize the hills, right? He doesn't have to show his address. They can just recognize the hills that and he tells them, he warns people, do not show up at my doorstep unannounced. It won because he owns a bunch of guns. He goes,
uh,
don't do that. Don't step onto my property. So he at least warns his audience, do not come out to my property unannounced. So
I
yeah,
thought you
that
weren't
yeah.
allowed to show weapons on YouTube. I thought YouTube were strongly against showing weapons.
They still do. But I don't think they're super support, which I don't understand, because a lot of them teach safety and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of blows me away. I need to leave, guys. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Giggly Girl. Take care. Uh, yeah, thanks for
No
stopping by,
problem,
Giggly Girl.
giggly
No
girl. You take
problems.
care.
Okay,
Internet
take care.
cafe.
Thanks. And once again, thanks for stopping by. And Filipino Raquel de los Santos. She said hi to you, by the way. The Raquel did. There's her comment there,
All right.
saying hello to
Hey,
you.
yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
going to wash some laundry now. Host, that's so cute. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Giggly Girl. But so yeah, for what? Oh, and then some of these channels that do show off guns, they're starting to lose revenue. Like they noticed, but yet they have a lot of subscribers. So I don't know how they're losing revenue because I know they're still getting a lot of views. So I don't know what's in and in some cases they have to I think they have to appeal when they get certain things on their video and now some of them are going on other platforms to make up for revenue that they're losing. You know, so that's
I
kind of
mean,
weird.
I've
And,
watched a
and
lot.
they, I just think it's weird because they're bringing a large audience to YouTube. So why would you do, But I don't know. It's not like I'm behind the scenes and know everything that they get. So I'm
I
just hearing
mean,
it from their side. I don't hear from the other side. But
I was watching a live stream like this, and they had a lot of people up in the panel.
mm-hmm.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't funny. It was just terrible because they obviously had to delete the VOD. This girl came
What?
up and actually lifted her top up.
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, oh, jeez.
Well,
You better delete that
that's
video
yeah,
quick.
yeah. And see, that's a bummer because especially if that person can't go in there and edit the live. Some of them can. Some of them could go in there, especially if it's only a short thing that happened. They can go in there and edit their live stream.
I
But
think it
then
was
there's
about
some that,
two
yeah,
and a half hours into the stream, and he had to
yeah,
delete the whole thing. I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
Well,
jeez.
there's some of them that don't even want to deal with it, so they'll delete the whole live stream. So, but yeah, that's why people try to be so careful before they let somebody up. Or sometimes they ask people to show their face, and if they don't bring them up the panel. So
I mean,
I
even at that, even if they do show their face, maybe they seem all
yeah,
right
they
for a
can still,
while,
you're right,
and then
right.
they'll just maybe get up and
Yeah,
show something, and you're
yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
no, you put
And
me
I've
off
seen that
my
happen.
tea here.
And I've seen, yeah, and I've seen people do that. Or I've seen that happen to people on their live streams.
See, I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah. I've
I
actually
did.
watched live. I've actually watched live streams where that's happened, and it's crazy. It's totally crazy, and I feel so bad for the
I
host when it
mean,
happens.
I'm laughing, but it's not that funny for the poor
Yeah,
guy that's been
yeah.
doing like 2.5
For
hours
the
and then he has to delete it.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, the majority of streamers I know, they usually are doing it from a laptop, so I believe they still can edit their live stream.
I was going to say
So
that.
yeah, some of them, yeah.
But most
But
people will
sometimes,
just delete it. They'll just say that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I guess it depends on how badly they want to keep that. If they want to keep it, they find a way to edit it out. So, but yeah, because sometimes it ain't a big deal. Sometimes it's only a few seconds they need to edit out, or 2 or 3 minutes or something like that. But oh my God,
Yeah,
it's
but
just
then do they not need to wait till the video's live is finished
oh my God,
before they can
it's
edit it?
oh yeah, I believe they have to
So
end
they
their
need
live
to
stream.
delete
Yeah,
it. They need to delete it.
yeah, um,
Unless
which is
somebody clips it for them when it's on live. I don't know how it
yeah.
works. It's
And see,
crazy.
I don't think they're able to do that. I don't think they're able to clip it while they're still on live.
Although I have
At
noticed
least,
in YouTube, there's a bit at the bottom there when you watch some people stream now. I don't know if you've seen it yourself. It says clip. Have you
oh,
ever
that's
watched a
interesting.
stream and it says at the bottom clip? I've noticed that coming up in a lot of streams now. It must be a YouTube's new thing. So you can clip certain part
Maybe,
of people's video. Although I don't know
yeah,
why you're allowed to do that because you need actually permission for the
mm,
person to put it
yeah.
up on your channel. Like if I was
Well,
to
that's
put
like
this stream up tonight in my channel, I'd need to ask
right,
you permission. If you said no,
right,
then no. And I don't do that
yeah,
anyway, so I
right.
just keep my own stuff up.
Oh,
That's the
the main
best way
thing
to be.
yeah, before I bring people up the panel, sometimes because I know there's some of them that like to listen to music while they're on panel. And I'll go, hey, make sure you're not playing any music. I go, give me thumbs up if you're not playing any music. And once they give me that thumbs up, then I bring them up because I don't want to get hit with any copyright stuff. So I
No, it's
usually tell them to
crazy.
turn their music off before they come up the panel.
I mean, I've seen some crazy streams. I mean,
Yeah.
for instance, about 2 days ago, a guy in Wales, the UK in Wales, he actually jumped and get a kicking off these young
Oh
dudes
God.
because he was filming them. Take that camera off me and all this. And he's
Huh.
saying, I'm not even filming you. And he get his camera scalped out his hand and they were kicking
Wow.
him in the face. Well, you couldn't actually see him kicked because it wasn't pointed because the camera was on the ground, but you could hear
Right.
it. Oh, and I'm like,
Wow.
jeez, you can't do nothing
Wow.
these days. Why are people scared of cameras?
I don't know. They're that way with drones too. I've seen people shoot drones out of the sky,
They don't.
or they throw their shoe
Come
at
on,
the
shoot
drone. I've
that
seen them do
drone.
that.
You get
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Or
You missed it.
I've seen people throw a stick at the drone. I've seen them do that. Well, hey, dude, I have to get up for work in the morning,
Yeah. It's kind of getting
so
late here
I
too. It's
will.
like nearly 4 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. I'll bid you adieu. So I'm going to
Bid
end
you
this live
farewell.
stream.
No.
Thanks
Catch you in
for
the flip
co-host.
side.
Yeah, thanks
Take
for
care.
co-host with me. So yeah, Jerry Boy TV, thanks for co-hosting with me. I'm going to end my live stream. I'm going to go later, but then I'm going to end with playing my. I'm going to show off my candles here, and I'm going to play my So I'm gonna end out this live stream the way I started it, which is using my meditation bowl here. Take care, Michelle. Oh, have a good night's sleep. Ooh, yeah, have a good night's sleep, Michelle. Oh, thanks. Take care. I like ending my stream with this. Anyways, thanks for Jerry Boyd TV for co-hosting tonight's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the topic. Hope you enjoyed how this live stream started out. And yeah, I appreciate everyone in the chat, and I also appreciate Jerry Boyd TV for co-hosting. And I'll see you guys in the next video, or I'll see you guys in the next live stream later. Take care, everyone. Peace. Later, Gators. Cheers. And like I said, I'll see you guys either in the next video or the next live stream. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. Later, Gators. Take care, everybody. Cheers.